Joining me now is Senator Chris Coons of Delaware. Senator, thank you so much for joining me. I know you guys are hard at work on the Senate. I have to ask you, for the millions of people watching right now, when exactly can we expect a vote to pass this bill?
Well, Tiffany, I am waiting for that final vote with the same level of anxiety, concern, even anger that so many from Delaware have been calling me about. It is still days away. I think we will finally pass this package on Monday or Tuesday here in the Senate. We're here this weekend to vote on more judges, but we frankly should be closing this deal and delivering billions of dollars of assistance to Americans who are facing eviction, hunger, joblessness, and homelessness. It's going to be a roughly $900 billion assistance package. It's going to send about $25 billion to the 6 million Americans who are behind on their rent. It's going to extend the eviction moratorium. It's going to send about a $300 a week additional federal payment for unemployment that includes an expanded group of people who are unemployed. And that $600 check is for everyone who's eligible, including adult dependents and children, if you're below the income threshold. So for a family of four, it could end up being a $2,400 payment. For those behind in their rent, facing unemployment, and dealing with hunger, this is going to be a significant down payment on the relief the American people really need and deserve.
I got to be honest, Senator, I think those are all great things, but for many families, that sounds like a drop in the bucket. So let's just say we get to a few days from now. Will you need to pass another extension, or will this be a bill? I mean, what happens if you don't get consensus?
Well, Tiffany, there's two different things going on here. One is trying to pass the annual spending bill that keeps the federal government open. We could pass that today. We could have passed it yesterday. Majority Leader McConnell is holding that up until we get this additional $900 billion COVID stimulus package. The first one that keeps the government open, that's about $1.4 trillion. That will get passed. The $900 billion, there's little things that some members are raising at the last minute. We should have gotten this done months and months ago. I'll remind you, Tiffany, the House passed more than 6 months ago a $3 trillion relief package that would have met all these human needs. And we waited month after month while Mitch McConnell insisted on no more than $500 billion. What we're ending up with is closer to $1 trillion, and it will make a down payment. But we all know that when President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris take office in January, we're going to have to come back and do this again.
So let me ask you, Senator, let's just pretend that people are watching who don't read 8 papers every morning, who are not following Senate procedure, who are not familiar. How do we keep getting in this situation? I mean, some of these negotiations started in May, and yet here we are again on the brink of a government shutdown. The food lines are getting longer. Winter is coming. People don't know how to pay their rent. How is it that the United States government is in this position repeatedly?
Well, I'll remind you, Tiffany, Democrats control the House and passed a big spending package months ago. Republicans control the Senate and refused to agree. So their proposal months ago was $500 billion. The Democratic proposal was $3 trillion. And trying to get anywhere in the middle is what has occupied 8 months or 7 months of fighting now. We are getting almost double the $500 billion that was offered by the Republicans, but there are 24 Republican senators who think we should not be doing any more stimulus, who don't see the need that you and I see every day. And that's been our major problem, because they control the Senate. They can refuse to take up a bill and vote on it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.